annals of history, the story of Namibia's quest for freedom often recalls the echoes of battle. Yet, not all battles were fought on the open fields. Some were waged with melody and song. This film explores the vital role these melodies played in the heart and soul of a nation fighting for its independence. Join us as we profile key music figures and the harmonies that helped forge a country's destiny. In the shadow of a nation's struggle, amidst the cries for freedom and the echoes of unrest, a remarkable ensemble was born. This is the story of the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe, a group forged in the crucible of conflict, destined to play a pivotal role in Namibia's quest for independence. Guiding us through this exploration of one of Namibia's premier political music propaganda groups and their pivotal role in the fight for independence is Franklin Newman. A seasoned radio and television producer, poet, rapper, voiceover artist, and event MC, Franklin brings a wealth of experience and insight as we delve into this compelling story.
It was in 1980, right, in Lubango, under the strategic vision of Comrade Peter Nanyemba, that the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe came to life. Established by the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, their mission was twofold. One, to educate the world about the sufferings under the apartheid and to uplift the spirits of those fighting for freedom.
Ndilimani was established in 1980 at Lubango, that is the Republic of Angola. It was started by the young people who were freedom fighters, and they were members of the People's Liberation Army of Namibia plan. So the idea was to entertain themselves. So it was a group of young people actually, before it was even officially known as Ndilimani. They were calling themselves as a young generation. These activities were picked up by the late Secretary of Plan, that is the late Comrade Peter Enias Nanyemba, who was impressed by these young people, and he took the idea further to the Central Committee of SWAPO, introducing it to the President of SWAPO of Namibia at that time, President Sam Nujoma, who bought into the idea and then convinced the Central Committee of SWAPO that we should actually have a cultural group to play the role of...
Yes, the medium of music was very strong during the liberation struggle because that's the only one which also was given morale to the soldiers and also for our fighting. And at the same time, as artists, we felt that it was a good weapon to use also to mobilize the world, to penetrate the world, to tell them about the importance of our freedom to be liberated and to be supported also by outside world. So we use music to tell the message and also to display through drama, through choir, through traditional dance, because the girls were also doing traditional dance, and also then with the band. So it was very powerful to portray that message in the world. The countries we tour, the first one it was a bomb is Moscow, the World Youth Festival, and then Finland, and then Sweden, Norway, Belgium, Germany, Holland, and then we even go to Ghana. We went to Lusaka, where we were invited by the late President, Hage Geingob. So we even play out Letambuli and Kefa Semanye, and we overnight playing the whole night, so with our style of music. And then we went to USA, that was, and then Congo Brazzaville. Those are the countries I remember we hit really very nice with Ndilimani.
So when the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe was established, it initially consisted of soldiers who lacked musical training. Recognizing the need for expertise, SWAPO recruited seasoned musicians to assist in composing songs and to train the members in playing musical instruments.
The group was formed before I joined it in Lubango, and then when there was a festival that took place in Libya, And then there was a delegation from SWAPO based in exile in Angola. They traveled to Tripoli, and I was also leading the Congolese delegation, the band and the cultural troupe of Congo. So that's where they saw us. And then when they returned back to Angola, they made inquiries with the leadership of SWAPO if they could get some instructors, lecturers or instructors, to say, from Congo. And the Congolese government has no choice to say, I was chosen and my colleague to join the troop in Angola.
Ndilimani is a movement, liberation movement, cultural liberation movement. And I came to appreciate them when I had to come back in the advance group to come and set up election facilities here, to campaign for the first democratic elections. People who never knew what elections is, who never voted before. We came back in a hostile environment. But when you have Ndilimani, you have soldiers who were guarding you. When the music was starting, you were brave. I was always brave. We traveled this country to Ndilimani in '89, all over, crisscross. I would go with my car, they are on the way, either advance or they are behind.
So we were informed that it's time, we have to go back home. You are going to be there for the campaign. So we prepare ourselves. We flew from Luanda to Namibia together with our late president, Comrade Hake Kofi Kingop. Okay, we came in Namibia. We performed all over the country with our president. He was the head of the Directorate of Elections during that time. We did our campaign with him. After that, our father of the nation, former President Sam Nujoma came. We started again with him, the whole country, campaigning until the end of campaign, where our party SWAPO won a landslide victory.
The feeling of coming back home, it was because after, like me, I spent 15 years in exile. So it was an excitement and also an insanity because we don't know what will happen. So the hope was just to come and campaign so that we can go for the elections.
I was the main, as I said, you were two. I was the main instructor. My role is to see that genre of music that we should compose, and also the content, but the content sometimes we were led by the party leadership on things that were happening. So we considered those and created songs. But when it comes, I listen to the song, then I can tell this one should be in the rumba system or reggae or whatever it is. And I contributed to the chord progression in the song.
Throughout the 1980s, the troupe's music resonated through the camps of exile, echoing the heartache and hope of a displaced people. Songs like Sema Olipeni and Gunsmoker became anthems of resistance, rallying cries that transcended the confines of their temporary homes and touched the hearts of many across the globe.
The music created by the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe during the liberation struggle not only provided inspiration and hope to the people, but has also continued to influence subsequent generations of Namibian musicians. Their meticulous approach to the music-making process, insistence on the live performances, and well-choreographed shows set a high standard that inspired future artists.
I would like to call myself a student, a Ndilimani student, because Ndilimani are more like teachers. It's Ndilimani, Tata Rashiyama, the late Tata Jackson Kayowa, those are our teachers. And all the upcoming artists, including myself, we are all learners that are very much inspired, and we are learning and are still continuing to learn.
I only don't listen to my genre of music, or the music, the type of music I do, but I pick up experience from all different types of music, and Ndilimani is definitely one of them. The fact that they perform with a live band, for me, it's just amazing. And one day I got to perform with them. It was on a rally. We were in Katima, and we were scheduled to perform until sunset, but we stayed there with the crowd because we were having so much fun. That's how, I respect live band, and that's my dream. One day I want to be able to perform live. And yeah, definitely they have inspired me in so many ways. Their continuity, it's something that I also want to have, like just to keep on progressing, as the years come, and just keep on growing musically. Because Ndilimani is not what it was yesterday. Ndilimani today, it's a full band, and the equipment that they're using is up to date. That shows growth and progression, and it's something to admire.
How do I know Ndilimani? I know Ndilimani because of the songs that they've. Because of the way that they've contributed greatly to the independence of Namibia, of course, by their songs. Their songs were very inspiring. There were songs that kept people strong, kept people together, and everybody knew the song. If you're a Namibian, then you should know at least 2 or 3 of Ndilimani's songs.
Well, as a young girl growing up, the name Ndilimani was always there. I mean, the music, like Frida says, so it has always been a part of us.
Could you give us a taste
this
of?
other one that I really like, and I could never get it out of my head. Maybe I should sing it a bit. It goes, no, your mom, president, that song makes me happy, and I remember that song when I was young because it used to play a lot, and it's one of my best memories of Ndilimani. It's a good song.
I know, I think that was the most famous song ever.
We did that in '89, and when the president came back, we had now Star Rally's concept. I'll go after my head, we set up the stage, and then when the president was coming, I want to say to the people, do you want him now? Can I bring him now? Then Ndilimani will say, Sema Ulipen. And then that's how we started. The struggle was long and bitter. And we must also say lonely. Lonely. And here, for the first time, I like music. I used to listen to other music, Congolese music and American jazz and so on. I like music. But here you've got a group, your own people, singing in your language and talking about your cultural background, your struggle. That is motivational.
Their existence defines teaching. We were not there. Okay, I was born in exile, but I was extremely young, so I didn't understand what was going on. But when you hear songs like Gunsmoker, you know that these guys were in the jungle and they were running away from lions, big guns, and there was a lot of physical fights going on there. So you start knowing the story. They tell you the story. You become part of the story. So I just want to thank them for educating us, Namibian nation, especially the Born Frees, and the upcoming musicians, and we should get inspired, and we should also start singing about these things so that we can keep teaching. The future, there's more generations coming. Let's keep the word going.
Yes, my name is Eleni Castro Masamba de Buenda, and I am head of production at Ndilimani Cultural Troupe. I joined Ndilimani way back when I was still in the stomach. Yes, remember Ndilimani came a long way from outside the country during the liberation struggle. Yeah, so some of us, we are soldiers since we were still unborn, yeah. The color blue, red, and green, I did not join that color. I was born part and parcel of the color. So yes, what motivated is mostly the torch of the liberation struggle. So we must continue telling the story. The story must not die. It must continue still in the country. Hence, Ndilimani it's all about the history of where we are coming from. So it should not die. It must continue.
They still have a purpose because they've been there for the purpose of motivating the SWAPO party, which has been the main political party in the country. And for as long as party exists, Ndilimani will exist, and there will still be a place for them because people change in parties, and people still need to be motivated. And as a party, you still need history. And Ndilimani is part of history of the party. For as long as the party exists, the history will always be with it. And Ndilimani plays part as history in this party.
As Namibia breathed its first as a free nation in 1990, the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe graced the celebrations with performances that encapsulated the joy and triumph of their people. Their affiliation with SWAPO transitioned into a new era, where their music continued to play a role in nation building, involved in campaigns, and echoing the values of unity and freedom.
I say to the current, thank you for your steadfastness, for your commitment, for your dedication, for your revolutionary patriotism, for your unwavering and unshakable love of the SWAPO party through Ndilimani. You have gone with hunger at times, but yet when we saw you performing at the rallies of SWAPO, we thought you have eaten macaroni, not even pap.
I'm Viston Brito. I'm a drummer, singer, a producer of Ndilimani.
I joined Ndilimani in 2003.
Joined Ndilimani in 2011.
I joined Ndilimani in 2005.
I joined Ndilimani in 2013.
Joined Ndilimani in 2005.
I joined Ndilimani in 2021.
I joined Ndilimani Cultural Troupe last year in 2023.
I joined Ndilimani in 2023.
I joined Ndilimani in 2023.
And I joined 2022.
I joined Ndilimani in 1983.
I joined Ndilimani 1985.
I joined Ndilimani 1985.
From the battlegrounds to the stages of independence, the Ndilimani Cultural Troupe has not just documented history through their songs, they have shaped it. With every beat and lyric, they remind us that in the heart of struggle, there is a melody of resilience. And in the spirit of freedom, their music lives on.
In conclusion, I would just like to do a special tribute to our fallen heroes and heroines. We remember Comrade Johannes Kapekwa, Tatehausiku used to call him Tatehausiku. Comrade Johnny Ngatanga, he was our manager. He died in 2002. Comrade Namtenya Wandapo, Comrade Angels Kavunga, Bwana, as well as Comrade Akhrip Murongwe, Kangumu. These were all members of Ndilimani Cultural Troupe, and they are no more with us here. But we vow to continue and carry their legacy on. a luta continua ya vittoria certa. Thank you.
So, viva Ndilimani, long live the spirit of unwavering patriotism amongst Ndilimani and the the young lions of SWAPO, who are also members, militant revolutionaries, members of Ndilimani Cultural Troupe. I thank you very much.
Viva Ndilimani, a luta continua Ndilimani. Fight on, we will win the struggle of cultural conquering of all Namibians one day.
Siwa kweli upinga, elilo